2002 BMW 525i. So this is one of the very last of the E39 shape. I believe this is a March 2002 car. So a couple of months later, they started delivering the E60s. So like I say, one of the very last. It's in this lovely sort of metallic-y, bluey grey colour. Now it's only got apparently one previous keeper. So the original owner bought it in 2002 till 2015. So 13 years. And then the current owner bought it. And has had it the last 7 years. Lovely original condition, full toolkit, torch, good set of tyres and everything on it. We will verify the owners and confirm it in the description along with all the history and all that sort of stuff. So if you do check the description, that'll all confirm all that for you. Let's start by having a look at the bodywork. If we start on this driver's corner, you've got a small scuff just on the bottom of the valance there, as you can see, and a couple of tiny little stone chips just on the front wing. If we look down the side of the car, you'll see lovely and straight. The rest of the wing's good. That arch is lovely and crisp and clean. There's no sign of any corrosion there. Nice and tidy all the way around. Now it's got 4 very new Michelin cross climates on it, on the original wheels again, and a matching spare as well, I'm told, but we'll check that as we go around. A very small little ding on the edge of the door there. Still covering everything, is all nice and clean all the way down. Both doors nice and clean and tidy. Got a very small, tiny little chip there. But it's actually made worse because the car's been polished, so there's a bit of polish in there. Rear arch, again, is lovely and solid all the way around. There's no sign of any corrosion in the usual spots. Again, another good wheel and tyre. Amazingly, all of the chrome trim is like brand new. That normally goes milky and horrible and looks awful, whereas actually, that is excellent. It's probably the best I've ever seen. Really, really good. Clear glass as well, which is nice. It's not got some horrible tints on it. If you look at the roof, that's all nice and straight. There's no sign of any sort of lumps or bumps or anything on that. Again, if we look from this side, you'll see nice and straight all the way down the side of the car. This rear quarter, lovely and clean. Tiny little scuff on the corner of the bumper there. Tiny. Parking sensors on the rear. I think it's got them on the front as well, but we'll check as we go around. Obviously, correct badging. It's nice to see someone hasn't stuck a silly M badge or anything that shouldn't be there. Both rear tail lights, lovely and clean, lovely and clear and bright. Top of the boot itself, again, really good. Couple of tiny little marks just there. You have to get nice and close to see them. Lower half of the bumper and everything, that's all good. The towing eye cover and everything's still there. Look down the passenger side again, that's just as straight as the driver's side. This rear quarter is all nice and clean and tidy. Going up this pillar and around the rear window is all good, as you can see. Heated rear screen as well. This rear arch, you've got a very, very tiny little bubble there. You can just see if we get the camera right up close on it. The rest of the arch is lovely. Another good wheel and tyre. And again, this sill, all nice and clean and straight. It's not been sort of jacked up wrong or rammed up a curb or anything like that. A couple of little touched-in marks on this rear door. And this front passenger door, all nice and tidy. Oh, it's just a watermark. No scuffs on the wing mirror. Couple of stone chips just in that corner there. On the front of the door. And then this wing is all nice and tidy, but you do have a tiny little bit of bubbling just at the bottom there. Tiny bit. It hasn't broken the paint or anything like that. It's where the screw for the mudguard goes in. Another good wheel and tyre. Coming around onto the front. Headlights are lovely and clear. Normally these things need a polished. Obviously this being a late car, it is the facelift, so it's got the clear indicators on the front and the rear rather than the amber ones, which for me I think looks a lot fresher. Now the bonnet, I would say, has been painted at some point, and it's had a bad paint job because we've got some cracking in the paint, which you can see there. So the bonnet itself, once painting again, not a massive job. Any decent painter can sort that out and get a colour match on that. It's a pretty easy colour to do. But yeah, that one's redoing because it's had a bad paint job at some point. Normally on these cars it's to get rid of the stone chips. It does have parking sensors on the front. It's got fog lights as well, which is nice. Specs actually quite good on this car. Have a look at the interior. So it's a standard grey BMW interior with the wood accents. Obviously electric windows. What else have we got? Cruise control. stereo buttons. It has got the, I think it's got the tape player, and it may have a 6-stack in the boot. We'll check. Air conditioning, which I can confirm is freezing cold. It's lovely. And then I was poking around before, and I did notice that even things like cigarette lighter, that's never been used. It's brand new. No funny smells or anything in here. It's always nice. 121,000 miles on it. This driver's seat is nice and clean. We do have a tiny little bit of wear on this bolster, but nothing major. Grey carpet set's all nice and clean as well. Pop the boot in the bonnet while we go around. Like I say, clear glass, it does make the whole thing look a lot fresher. Another good door card there, and again, things like the ashtrays and stuff, they've not been used at all. Lovely soft leather seats in the back on these things. Loads of leg room. Even these haven't been sort of pulled apart or stretched or anything like that. There's no sign of any real wear on these back seats. Look under there again, that's all good. Headlining is excellent. There's no sign of any sagging, no funny marks or stains. For me, the test of a BMW ownership is always this toolkit and the torch. They've normally got a bit missing, or something's gone, or they're filthy or whatever, but that is A, very clean, and B, almost entirely complete, which is always good to see. Lock and wheel nut, sockets and everything are there. It's missing the little tyre tool that goes in there. Some of them potentially didn't come with that. And the screwdriver handle, but I would give that a good 8 out of 10. So it does have the CD changer, and then a lovely clean carpet. Because these are grey, they normally get stained and dirty, but actually that's really good all the way around. If we lift this boot floor up, see another matching wheel with a matching tyre, and again, no sign of any corrosion. There's no sign of any moisture in there. Really, really good. Jack and everything's there as well. We have a look in this rear on the passenger side. Again, like I say, things like the ashtrays and stuff have never been used. All lovely and clean. The carpet set doesn't have a mark on it, which for a light grey carpet is really unusual. No sign of any wear at all on those seats. And front passenger, same sort of story. Lovely and clean and tidy. All the door checks and everything are really, really good. No sign of anyone slamming seatbelts or anything in there. And this passenger seat, all really good. And lower side of the dash quite often gets kicked to bits, but that's really good. And most importantly, it's A, got the torch, and B, it works, which is a novelty in itself. It means the charging is working and the battery hasn't been knackered. We'll have a look under the bonnet. So it's the 525, so a 6-cylinder petrol engine. If you're going to buy a BMW, it's got to be a 6-cylinder really for me. But these inner wings and everything, all lovely and clean. Around the struts and everything, excellent. This front panel, it's all really nice and clean. Clearly very well looked after. Lovely, straight, honest, low owner BMW. Get it started up. It was driven to us. I've moved it around the yard. It seems to go through the gears and everything, nice and happy. Starts on the button, which is exactly what you'd expect. Just double check. So other than a warning light for the door being open, that's all clear in there. Like I say, that aircon's lovely and cold. If we look at the dash, very unusually, there's no pixels missing from that. No pixels missing from the stereo and things. They've normally sort of missing a few by now. As you can hear, it lovely and quiet and smooth. There's no sign of any sort of moisture or steam or anything flying out the back. So there you have it. Very late E39 525i, 2002 on a 51 plate. Supposedly 2 owners from new. We'll confirm that in the description with a HPI check. If you've got any questions or inquiries, please get in touch. We're happy to help. Obviously, you can come and have a look at the car. If you want to get some more videos or photos, we're happy to do that. Or if you can't get to us, we can send you do a video viewing for you. So we'll show you the car by video call, whatever you need. Thank you.